this is gonna be our year. This is gonna be the year I start my business. This is gonna be the year I go back to school. This is gonna be the year I change my finances and I really get some money for real. When the end of the year comes and some of these goals are checked off and some of them are not, there can be this feeling of, did I do enough? Hello, my name is Joyanne Marie, where we talk all things God, goals, glowing, and growing, helping you shine your light and become a better version of yourself. Let's get into this week's video. It has been a heavy week in our country. There are a lot of divisions between friendships. I'm seeing divisions between family on social media, within the church. There is definitely a fear in the air of what's to come and all of the changes that are going to be coming our way within the next few months. But this is your reminder that God is still on the throne. I recently saw this quote the other day, and it says that God sits high, but he looks low. And it really stood out to me because I know right now so many of us are feeling a fear of the future, are feeling confused at this time of the year, especially with the holidays around the corner. It can bring up a lot of past pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of unwanted memories between friends and old flames and family. And I want to remind you that God sees you. He sees the things that you tell no one about. God sees your tears. God knows your pain. I also wanted to remind you that it's okay to feel everything you need to feel. And honestly, it's been a long year. I mean, if we're gonna be real, a lot of us at the beginning of the year, we said, you know what? This is gonna be our year. This is gonna be the year I start my business. This is gonna be the year I go back to school. This is gonna be the year I change my finances and I really get some money for real. When the end of the year comes and some of these goals are checked off and some of them are not, there can be this feeling of, did I do enough? The thing I also want to remind you of is that seasons come, seasons go, but most importantly, seasons change. And the season that you're in, you can let it change you, you can give up, or you can change it and you can fight through the emotions that you're feeling. The choice is up to you. A lot of people get caught up in the emotion and they start to live in the identity of their pain. When you're living in the same identity as your pain, your view of the world is jaded. You're moving through your life angry, with resentment, with hatred inside of you. If you can't believe that person broke your heart and left, your family member spoke to you that way, and you're still offended after 2 weeks, feel it. Feel what you need to feel. If you don't know what your rights are gonna look like in a couple of months, feel it. Feel what you need to feel, but you can't let your feelings stop your movement because you have got to move forward. The thing about that quote that really stuck out to me is he cares, so he looks low, right? Because in order to sit high, naturally at eye level, you would be seeing high. And then the fact that God cares about you so much that he intentionally looks low to hear your prayer, to listen to when you're asking him to guide you through what you're going through. 2 Timothy 1:7 says that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. When you think about how God replaces fear with power, it's interesting to me because immediately that makes me think that where you have power, fear cannot exist. And I talked about this in another video, but when you are existing and serving two masters, when you are serving your fear, you can't move forward for the plans that God has for you that need you to have that power, that love, and that sound mind. It's not possible. You have to choose. Choosing to believe that you are powerful instead of operating out of fear is walking into the unknown. Let's be real. You know what living in fear looks like. You know what living in the identity of your pain looks like because you operate and base all of your decisions out of that. You turn away every single person because the last one hurt you, so now no one can talk to you. You stopped applying for jobs because the pain of the rejection was too much. So now you'll sit with no job. Choosing to walk in power means you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know when you'll get the right job. You don't know when you'll meet the right person. But that's choosing to trust in God, that he will position you for his plans and for his will over your life to fall into place when the time is right. And that's the scarier choice because it's walking into the desert. It's walking into the unknown with just his promises, with just his word, with just the fact that he told you you're powerful and you can do it. But when it's gonna happen, we don't know. That's where the trust comes in. It's a short video this week because it's a simple message and a simple reminder. I just want to remind you that the choice is yours. You could choose fear, you could choose letting your season change you, or you could choose to change it so that you can apply to the school that God intends for you to go to. So you can be patient and get the job that God wants you to have. So you can wait expectantly for the man that God has for you and not link up with just anybody. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's video, and I'll see you next time.